Good morning again. Welcome to this week's issue or edition of our Straight Talk with the Daily Tribune. Today we have a very interesting guest. Medyo malapit sa puso nating lahat to. Yung ating topic ngayon, which is the Meralco's e-vehicle initiatives and the Power Lab initiative of Meralco. Kung tuturuan tayo kung paano natin mapababa ang ating power consumption. And joining me this week, of course, is Trina Ibarle, our senior editor, and Mr. Tonichi Agoncillo of the Meralco's e-vehicle program, and Mr. Alfred Iporac of the Power Lab. So, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us. Dina, comfy.
So, Mr. Iporac, what exactly does Power Lab do, and how do you help Meralco consumers to lessen or reduce their power consumptions?
Okay, so the Meralco Power Lab is really our way of educating our consumers. So it started in 2015. We launched it January of 2015. It's a two-level facility inside the Meralco compound. So there we have facilities that aid us in testing, research, basically to support all our customer programs or initiative to the customers, no. So there we test different technologies, no? So appliances, devices, equipment, and basically we try to simplify it to the consumers. Okay, so we have since we launched Power Lab, no, we have these programs, no, for our customers. No, we have the bright ideas, no. So basically ito yung mga energy efficiency education and tips for our consumers, and then part of the bright ideas is the orange tag. So ito naman, ito I have samples here, no. So this is the orange tag, no. So makikita natin to sa mga appliance stores, also in our website and the Meralco mobile app, no. So in the Meralco mobile app you can actually just search for particular models, brand, and then it will really show you this orange tag, no. So again, so it's really we test these technologies and appliances and make information more understandable to the consumers, no. Kagaya nitong orange tag, no. So pinapakita dito yung operating cost ng appliances, no. Kasi ako, I myself, engineer din ako, but for the longest time, wala naman nagsasabi sa akin how much appliances consume. I mean, theoretically, yes, you can compute for it. Meron namang formula yan, But again, to the regular consumer, they don't understand kilowatts, they don't understand kilowatt hours, no? So what's really important to them, or mas relevant to them, is really the operating cost or the cost to operate. So ito yung information na pinapakita natin dun sa orange tag para mag-guide ang mga consumers natin when they buy appliances and actually when they're using it, no. Kasi in our database, no, if you check our mobile app, you'll see there all that we have tested, and also may mga appliances din doon na initiative din namin, we test it, and then we show there the operating cost. So basically, kahit halimbawa desktop computers, flat iron, okay, so it will really give it will give you an idea how much these appliances consume, and mas maano mo siya, no, mas mababudget mo yung yung electricity expenses mo when you know, kasi it's really the information is there, it's available, so mas makakatulong talaga.
Yeah, so I see this as if you go to if you go around mga appliance stores, diba? You see this this yellow orange tags, and meron nga yan yung amount na yan, diba? This shows supposedly the operating cost.
Yes.
Is this per hour or per day?
It depende dun sa category ng appliance. So most of the appliances, it's cost per hour. But some appliances kasi we don't use it for an hour, like for example rice cooker, no. So usually pag nagsaing ka naman, it's roughly 20-30 minutes lang. So what we put here is the cost per use. So meaning isang saingan, isang gamitan, this is what it will consume you or it will cost you. For washing machine naman, nilalagay namin is cost per wash. So ibig sabihin isang laba. So essentially isang gamit, isang laba mo, cost per wash, this is the cost. for refrigerators, since this is an example of a refrigerator. So since ang ref naman natin is hindi naman natin ina-unplug, di ba?
Yeah.
So talagang
Continuous
nakasaksak
yan.
lang siya, continuous lang siya. So ang unit of measure dito is cost per day.
Naman siya.
Okay? So yun. So it depends, no? Depende sa appliance. It can be a per hour,
Right.
per day, per wash,
Per
or per
cycle.
use. Okay.
That's a good way of educating the consumers kasi
Yes.
parang it's more what it will equate to when they use each appliance. Ang question ko is that has there been any move also on the part of Meralco to look at yung mga second hand na appliances, or maybe those that are already being used, kasi of course these are things that I assume we will be able to see sa mga brand new.
Yep.
And not
Yes.
everybody gets to buy brand new appliances. So parang is there also a way for people to know na with the current appliances that I have, ito naman yung magiging corresponding na rate niya?
Actually, let's qualify yung second hand, no? Kasi yung siguro one is yung mga second hand na, for example, ang dami ko ring nakikitang mga TVs na surplus.
Yeah, oo.
Ang tawag dito yung mga CRT TV yung medyo matataba pa yung
Malaki pa yung
likod.
likod.
Okay. So for Power Lab kasi and for the programs, what we really highlight are efficient technologies. So pagdating dun sa mga technologies na medyo pasay na, okay, so like the CRT TVs, like the incandescent, are you familiar with the incandescent bulb?
Yes.
So yung kulay dilaw na tapos mainit siya. Actually ang biro niya ngayon dapat sa mga poultry na lang siya nakikita, no? But kasi mura. Okay. So that's one. So yung mga second hand na ganon, we really don't recommend. So that's why we don't test it kasi we're very sure na these appliances or these old technologies are very inefficient. Okay? At saka ano rin naman, we have proven it in our test. We have tested yung mga ganyan, but we are just showing it for comparison.
Okay.
So for example, this is a CRT TV. I'll give you an example. A 24-inch CRT TV would cost you around 1 peso per hour of use. And an LED TV of the same size will just give you around probably less than 20 centavos per hour.
Wow.
So you get 80% savings.
You get
on energy
80%
efficiency.
savings. So for the same screen size, and definitely this one has a much better performance pa. Okay, so we test it for comparison so that we can educate and we can show the difference, but of course we're not recommending it. Okay, no. Then another second hand siguro we can say is yung mga existing appliances natin na ginagamit. Okay, ito kasi that's also one of our initiatives, That's why nga kami rin if we have appliances na kami mismo sa bahay, I bring it to Power Lab and I test it. Okay, kasi for example, I will test my flat iron kasi most likely magkakapareho tayo. Most likely you will have the same. Usually naman ang flat iron usually 1000 watts or 1 kilowatt. No, kasi the orange tag naman or the operating cost that we show is really meant to guide, It's an estimated value, but it is really meant to guide you, So kaya nga sinasabi namin here is estimated cost, But it will really just guide you, So if I show you the cost of a flat iron, more or less it will also hover on that
within that range,
cost, within that range. So at least you have an idea. Hindi yung talagang clueless ka. Ang usually kasi tayo, ang assumptions natin sa mga ganyang appliances is high consuming Diba? Like for example, aircon. Okay, we nagulat nga rin kami sa research. We found out na when we ask consumers, how much do you think does an aircon cost to operate an hour? And we're surprised kasi ang mga sagot nila is anywhere between 25 to 100 pesos per hour. Kasi pag, di ba, nakakatakot, di ba? So pag gano'n, I mean, if I'm gonna use it for 8 hours at 100 pesos per hour, that's 800 pesos per day. Di ba? So, I mean, hindi ako informed, I mean, yung decision ko is not based on data, na makakatulong sana sa akin. So what happens? Because of that assumption, di ba? It's either hindi ko na lang gagamitin. Diba? But again, the way we define kasi energy efficiency, it should not affect or sacrifice comfort, convenience, and productivity. So kasi kunwari, let's go back to the case of the aircon. no? Kunwari may baby ka, 'di ba? And then hindi mo gagamitin. So comfort will be sacrificed, convenience will be sacrificed. So that's not being efficient at all.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's really about optimizing your energy use without sacrificing these three. Okay? So kaya nga sabi natin is okay, so paano? Aircon. So hindi ako gagamit, no? No, you can still use, but you can use efficient technologies. 'Di ba? Like an inverter kasi based on our test, an inverter would give you savings of a range of around 20 to 62% in savings for inverter.
Inverter, the air conditioner.
Ah, so for a 1 horsepower aircon, that's actually around 504 pesos per month savings at 25 degrees. So imagine, no? So at least hindi mo rin na-sacrifice yung comfort,
Mhm.
'di ba? So tapos again, pwede namang itanong, paano kung wala akong budget for an inverter?
Yeah.
Okay? So, ang pwede naman gawin dyan is, it's okay. Even if you don't have an inverter unit, conventional pa yung ginagamit mo, there are still ways para maging efficient. Okay? One example, thermostat setting.
Yes.
Okay? Thermostat setting. For every 1 degree change in the thermostat or setback, that gives you around 5 to 7% in savings.
Mhm.
Okay? So, when I simulated computer, we tested it, we simulated it, nag-set ako na 18 degrees, tsaka nag-set ako ng 25 degrees. And the savings I got is around 990 pesos per month.
Wow.
Okay, so it's just adjusting the thermostat. And it's free, no? You don't need, walang gastos. You don't need to buy anything, you don't need to buy an inverter. Just by best practices, no? Thermostat adjustment, it's free. You get savings. Kasi, ang tendency natin, usually is, for example, sineset natin sa pinakamalamig.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And then everybody in the room is nakakumot.
Yes.
Or everybody in the office is naka-jacket.
Right.
No? So, kumbaga parang bakit pa natin iseset sa highest or sa coolest when in fact lahat tayo naka-blanket. Kasi kami sa bahay, we set it at 20. It's either 24 or 25. And then walang nakakumot sa amin. So, imagine if I set it at 18 versus I set it at 24 or 25, di ba? I mean, yung comfort level namin, hindi, I mean, it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. But at the same time, I'm not costing too much. Di ba? So, yun. So,
So sa air conditioning, ang suggestion mo is just to set it between 24 to 25. Ako, I set it at 22 eh.
yeah. Actually, our message naman dyan is kung saan yung highest comfortable level mo.
Right.
No? We're not saying set it at 25 kasi for some people, mainit yung 25 eh. Okay, especially pag summer. No? What we're saying is set it at the highest comfortable level for you, but definitely not the coolest. Di ba?
Kasi it's not efficient.
Oo kasi otherwise, yun nga, set mo nga sa coolest, tapos lahat naman kayo naka-blanket or naka-jacket.
Naka-comforter kayo sa bahay.
Naka-comforter lahat,
Although
di ba?
masarap din yun.
But yun nga, I mean, may extra cost. Extra
Yes,
cost siya.
yeah.
Yeah.
About
Okay.
the orange tag again. Is this something that you make manufacturers aware of na parang is this an initiative na they're also parang compliant to. Of course, when you display
Okay.
the appliances dun sa storeroom, you have to get their consent na parang dapat
Yeah.
nakapaskil to. Is it something na you
Actually,
talk about with them?
The Orange Tag program is actually voluntary. Okay, it's voluntary for appliance brands or manufacturers. So basically, it's a partnership. So they partner with us for the Orange Tag if they want it tested. So after the test, we give them the image of the Orange Tag for them to have it produced and have it on the stores. Okay, so hindi naman siya it's not a mandatory thing for appliance brands. Kasi yun yung difference with the yellow label of the DOE.
Yes.
Actually, the Orange Tag really complements the and we're supportive of the energy label natin but this one it adds more information. So it's really complementing the
So
yellow label of
the orange tag is more of a customer service
yeah
to the consumers.
oo. Kaya nga since we started with Power Lab, talagang every year talagang the number of partners are growing kasi I think they're seeing the value especially in educating the consumers kasi before talagang wala nobody will tell you.
Yes.
No idea, wala magsasabi sa'yo how much these appliances consume or ano magiging impact niya sa sa budget mo. pag ginagamit mo na siya.
Tapos 'di ba do you also have data, say going back to the air conditioning setting? Do you also have data kung say isang kwarto mo to, sa size ng kwarto mo? How much how many yung horsepower aircon do you
Okay,
need?
so
Kasi I visited your your
yeah.
your Power Lab
Ah,
sa Meralco. And then you have that there 'di ba? Sinusukat niyo yung
yes.
ito yung requirement lang ito,
Ah,
itong room na to. Kung ito
ah,
yung dami ng taong
okay,
na gumagamit.
tama. So, sa aircon kasi, there's such a thing as aircon right sizing or proper sizing. Okay, so we also simulated different scenarios in Power Lab. For example, kasi yung iba gustong makatipid, so I'll buy a smaller aircon or smaller capacity, but the room is big.
Yeah.
Okay? Sometimes naman, yung iba, gusto naman is, I want to buy a big aircon para mas mabilis lumamig. Okay, but yung room naman na airconan niya is, hindi naman, maliit lang, no? So, again, oversizing or undersizing is not good. Is not okay, no? Kasi, there is really a recommended room size for a specific capacity. Actually, very yan. If you want to be very scientific about it, may formula po yan kung paano kino-compute. But again, if you check our bright ideas in the website, gumawa na kami ng guide doon. It's really to simplify everything. Na for example, if your room is around 18 square meters, you go for a 1 horsepower. If it's 12 to 16, you go for 3/4 or 0.75 horsepower. Okay, kasi when we simulated different scenarios na ganon, naglagay kami ng undersize, naglagay kami ng oversize, we got a difference of around 720 pesos additional versus you use the proper size aircon. Okay, so di ba sayang sayang, di ba? Sayang yung yung extra cost na yon kasi just by getting the wrong size for your requirement.
About the Power Lab, from that time that you launched it in 2015, has there been before and after na na parang nakita kayong comparison? Has it been effective in terms of educating, lowering the costs to consumers sa appliance use nila?
Well, from our research, we're seeing may mga may mga feedback we're getting feedback na the orange tags are very helpful nga daw. Parang na-equate nila yung orange tag to savings.
Okay.
No, parang something na pag nakita nilang merong Meralco orange tag, parang in a way they feel na this has been tested. No, this has been tested. Ito yung cost to operate niya. So they equate it with savings. And from our CSI or customer satisfaction index, we're seeing na na awareness increased, and at the same time dun sa mga aware, mataas din yung scores nila when it comes to relevance. So meaning parang it's relevant to me.
Yes.
No? First, one thing is I'm aware of it, but second is I'm aware and it's also relevant to me. So nakita namin na ganun.
Effective yung mga measures, key measures niyo to see if it's
and
effective or
actually we're last year we were visited by an NGO from the US. So they're called CLASP, or Collaborative Labeling and Appliance Program. So they were really impressed with how Meralco, sabi nga nila our way of educating consumers is very unique in terms of execution, in terms of implementation. Kasi nga nakita nila yung orange tag. So somehow with the feedback that we're getting also from other like in the case of CLASP, so parang it's also validating to us na talagang it's really relevant and nakakatulong sa ating consumers.
So this orange tags, basically it's telling us na those appliances that has this orange tag are already inverter technology appliances.
Okay. Halos lahat ng mga tinetest ngayon talagang inverter na. I mean, bihirang-bihira na talaga na merong pinapatest sa amin na conventional units. It's really inverter talaga.
So as an engineer, how is inverter technology helping these appliances consume less
Okay.
than their than their required power consumption.
Okay. With inverters kasi, they have these sensors.
Mm.
Okay? So, they electronically control the current, voltage, and frequency. Ang other term pa for inverter is variable speed. Okay, variable speed. So, ibig sabihin, pwede siyang mag-adjust, pwede siyang mag-iba-iba. Conventional units, yung mga dating aircons natin, ang tawag sa kanya is fixed speed. So, meaning, ang behavior niya is really just on and off. Okay? So, on and off lang siya. So, mag-on siya. Kunwari, sinet mo sa 20 degrees. Pag na-hit na niya yung 20 degrees, mag-off siya. So, you will feel, iinit uli yung kwarto, mag-on uli siya. Na-hit niya uli yung 20, mag-off siya. So, the cycle is that way. With inverter kasi, once na nag-on siya, it will not turn off. Rather, it will just use an optimal low power. Kaya, even the temperature in the room, hindi mo rin namamalayan or napapansin na nagbabago. Na-maintain lang niya. So, that's the
Stable yung
sensor
ano.
part.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the sensor part. So, with that behavior na hindi siya nag-off and then just using minimal power, doon namin nakita yung savings versus yung on and off, on and off, and on and off. And also, yung on and off behavior din kasi it also adds to the wear and tear of the compressor.
Yes.
Unlike yung talagang ano lang siya, stable lang siya na ano. So, yun nga, based from our test, we're getting anywhere between 20, depending on the capacity, anywhere between 20 to 62% in savings. The highest that we got was for a 2.5 horsepower aircon. At 25 degrees, the conventional is around 11 pesos and the inverter unit is just 4 pesos per hour
Layo.
use.
Layo.
Almost no, sa mga 65%
Yes, that's
savings.
62. That's 62%.
Okay. Now, we've also been seeing these devices. no?
Yes,
That-
yes.
what do you call them and what do they do?
Okay.
Or what do they don't do?
Okay. So, as yun nga no, as part of our consumer education and protection efforts kasi lagi rin kaming tinatanong yung mga lumalabas sa market ng mga products. So, at the end of the day, lagi rin kaming natatanong, effective ba itong mga to, no? So, ito, ang tawag nila dito is energy saving devices or power savers. No? So, marami kayong makikita nito online at saka sa mga hardware stores sa malls.
Even sa TV, mga online shopping.
Yeah. Okay. So, what we did, kumuha kami lahat ng samples, ng lahat na makikita namin sa market. Actually, hindi na nga lang ganito yung lumalabas Meron na ring mga card type. Ito kasi the plug type. This is the plug type na, yun nga, ipa-plug lang sa wall socket. No? And then, may mga lumalabas pa na sticker type. Okay, so going back.
Paano gagana?
Okay. So, going back, so these are power savers or energy saving devices. Ngayon, so we tested it. Actually, we even have it tested also with DOE. And then, lo and behold, we got the same findings. So, there's really no evidence of kilowatt hour savings at all when using these devices. In fact, pwede pa siyang makadagdag because of that standby power consumption. So, sa mga appliances natin, if you see that red dot, no, o kaya pag may clock or timer or it's remote controlled, but basically yung red dot yan. Sure yan, it has a standby power consumption. Okay, meaning, tinurn off mo lang siya sa remote, but you did not unplug it, it's still consuming power. Okay,
So,
and based on,
vampire load.
it's called phantom load, vampire electricity, vampire load, standby power consumption. Okay, so based sa test namin, these devices can actually add up pa to around 30 pesos to your monthly bill per month. So again, yun nga, hindi ka na nga nakatipid, mas nadagdagan ka pa, no? Kaya nga what we're saying really is meron talagang ways on how to save and wag tayong mag-rely on devices to do the work for us. No? Kasi definitely it all boils down to us din as consumers on how we use our appliances and best practices and of course, efficient technologies.
But of course yung mga critics nyo and then yung mga proponents niya, yung mga nagbebenta niya, de busena, of course Meralco busena kasi nakakalaban nila yan diba? So how will you debunk that
Actually,
that argument?
that's why we also have these devices tested with DOE.
Yeah.
Kasi I understand,
May
no?
neutral
I
lang naman.
understand, I
Third
understand,
party.
no? I understand people would always
Yes.
say that na since Meralco nag-test, definitely you will say that, ano. So that's why we also have these tested with
Para
the
independent
Oh,
independent
and
The
then-
government na yun.
Yeah, and then-
Speaking.
And then actually they also released a statement,
Yeah.
a warning to the public about these devices.
Mhm.
Okay, so I mean, pareho naman kami ng findings, no? Okay, so kaya of course through the programs, Bright Ideas and the Orange Tag, these are the ways talaga, no, na sinasabi namin to educate you and how you can save and not just rely on some kind of device that will do the work for you. Kasi it won't happen pag ganun lang ang gagawin natin, ano, naaasa lang tayo sa mga gadgets or devices to do the saving for us.
Yeah. So the main message is don't use them.
Mhm.
Please, please.
At saka mahal sila, ha? Yeah. Okay. When we bought this that time, that's around 2.5 yung pinakamura naming nabili. And then meron kasi kaming mas malaki ring nakuhang energy saving device, that's around 7.5.
Wow.
Mahal siya.
Crazy.
Oo.
Anyways,
So it's a waste of money.
going back to yung phantom consumptions.
Yes.
So sa appliances, sa bahay, sa household, how is this phantom consumption? How can we move away with that?
Okay. So ang pinaka-basic is really to unplug after use.
Oh.
Okay, but ako din before, dati guilty ako dyan eh. Nakakatamad mag-unplug, especially if ang dami kong i-unplug. Ngayon, for appliances in proximity to each other, you can use the power strip. Okay, I just don't have a sample or a picture eh. So power strip kasi meron siyang switch. So pag sinwitch off mo siya, para mo na rin siyang in-unplug lahat ng appliances mo off the wall. So yung mga magkakalapit na appliances like TV, DVD player, computer probably, doon lang siya nakasaksak sa power strip. Some power strips nga may mga individual switches pa eh. So once you turn that off, it's as if you unplugged it already.
Ito ba yung power strip yung mga parang extension na may mga
Yeah,
fuse?
yeah.
Kasi may mga switches.
Yeah.
May mga-
But this one is much better kasi meron siyang surge protection, meron siyang overcurrent protection. So mas safe na siya talaga, safe gamitin compared dun sa mga ordinary extension cords.
Okay.
Kasi ito talaga,
Nalaman niya na.
oo.
Very
Ako
useful
din.
na.
Very useful.
Oo eh, kasi yung ordinary extension cord, syempre may mga rated rin yan, rated capacity, no. So, sometimes pag na-overload siya, wala. So it can really it's risky and dangerous. Unlike yung mga it can cause fires. So yung power strip na yan, magti-trip yan eh. So it's like a circuit breaker.
May mga fuse yan eh.
Magti-trip siya, so it's really safe to use. And at the same time, you're eliminating standby power consumption. Kasi when we tested appliances and devices na merong standby power consumption, I have a table eh. The biggest offender is, alam niyo ba kung ano? Computer. At screensaver mode. Okay? So, minsan kasi ganun tayo, no? Iniiwan natin at screensaver mode or at sleep mode.
Guilty.
Diba? Okay, kasi based on our test, computer alone, at screensaver mode, it can have a standby power consumption of around 220 pesos per month.
Wow.
Okay. Next biggest offender is the Blu-ray player. Okay. Ito naman mga nasa around 180 pesos.
Buti lang wala pa ang Blu-ray.
Wala na.
Okay. So nung in-add up namin lahat ng mga potential na sa bahay lang sa bahay lang to. So if you have TV, if you have stereo, if you have computer, rice cooker. I'll discuss na rin rice cooker kasi meron siyang tinatawag na keep warm function.
Yes.
Okay, so basically in essence it's the same, no? Okay? So lahat 'yan, when I totaled it can actually add around 500 plus pesos on your bill just on standby power consumption. And this is waste, no? Kasi it's not useful eh. 'Di ba? I mean, yung TV mo, ilang oras mo siya gagamitin? Kunwari 4 hours. And then hindi mo in-unplug. So the 20
20
hours per
hours.
day, it's not useful to you.
Mhm.
Okay? So this is really waste electricity. Yeah,
Then-
just imagine 500 pesos na yun, just on standby
Oo.
power.
Just to be sure, no, yung this power strip, you don't have to unplug it, just
No.
switch it
Yeah,
off.
just switch it off.
Okay.
Kaya may mga individual switches siya. You can just switch it off there. Para mo na rin siyang in-unplug.
Well, do you have
Ah.
last question?
Wala naman na. Well, it's good, that awareness is really key.
Yes,
Itong mga
yes.
bagay na to, I think we could learn a lot from your website.
Mhm.
We just really have to educate ourselves. I think consumers really have to have that kind of responsibility kasi they want to drive down costs and they can't really cut down on their consumption. At least
Right.
in these efforts that Meralco is doing, mas better yung awareness nila and looking it up dun sa site ninyo.
Tsaka para mas naiintindihan nila.
Yes.
Naiintindihan nila yung ano. Kaya of course through the bright ideas and the orange tag, we have multiple channels talaga on how we communicate it to our consumers. Of course there's our Facebook page. So we have tips also there, and then watch out now for our Instagram.
Bago yan.
We'll also
Instagram
release
stories.
some Instagram bright ideas and energy efficiency tips for our customers.
Okay. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this conversation has been fruitful because it's been educational for me. I learned a lot.
For me.
And thank you very much for
Thank
being
you,
here. Thank
thank
you.
Thank you.
And hope to see you again. I will
Thank you.
take a break, and then after we return, we will be focusing on. We will be having Tonichi and Miss Shalla
Shalla
to discuss
from
the
eSakay.
electric vehicle. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually.
Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have welcome back, Mr. Tonichi Agoncillo and
Thank you
Shalla
Shalla and Quiling.
Shalla and Quiling. We will now discuss the electric vehicle initiatives of Meralco, at the same time yung eSakay nila, which is now servicing the Mandaluyong Makati route.
Yes. The route is from Mandaluyong City Hall up to Buendia MRT. So actually nakakatulong to dun sa mga pasahero natin na nanggagaling ng Mandaluyong sumasakay ng MRT papunta sa Makati CBD.
So why did Meralco ventured into eSakay? Well, I understand that Meralco used core business used to be transportation, diba? Yung tram dyan
At the
before.
earliest time,
And now you're going back to the transportation business again through this eSakay. How
Well,
is that?
initially, Meralco looked at it as a way to fast track the adoption of electric vehicles. Everybody knows an EV is a sustainable method of transportation. It's less polluting, or even not polluting as compared to conventional jeepneys. No? So eSakay was established basically as our means, as our vehicle, quote unquote, to be able to enter that field of electrified transport, electrified mobility. And they have started now with the first route, no, in Buendia to Mandaluyong.
Actually before, sorry.
Why that specific route? I'm just curious. Kasi parang why did you choose that specific route? Is it being serviced currently right now by any existing public transport?
No, actually it's a developmental route, and that's the very reason why we wanted to do that, kasi wala pang existing operator na nagsiservice galing sa Mandaluyong papunta dun sa Makati CBD. In fact, I think mga 3 o hanggang 4 na saka yung kailangan nilang gawin before.
So it's more efficient
Oo.
also for the riding public to ride an eSakay e-jeepney.
So, how many vehicles do you have flying the current route right now? Ano yung laki ng fleet that you have for the Makati-Manda route?
Right now, there are 15 electric jeepneys flying that route. Yun kasi yung minimum natin kapag nag-open tayo ng new or developmental route. So, ngayon, nagsisimula yun simula 5 a.m.
5
hanggang 11 p.m.
Continuously.
Yes, continuously. Mas, lalo na kapag ka-peak hours, yun halos sunod-sunod yung dispatch natin kasi marami talaga yung demand. In fact, kung mapapansin nyo, pag kasabay nyo sila, madalas puno.
Puno
So
talaga.
talagang
Yes,
marami
May mga nakatayo pa sa, pero yung maganda ngayon, nakatayo na sila sa loob.
Yes.
No?
So, hindi nyo
sila
na
sa
kailangan
likod.
yumuko.
Yes, hindi na kailangan.
Magsasakay ng
At hindi
jeep.
mo kailangan sumabit.
Yun.
Yes.
At saka
Yes.
meron silang ventilador,
Yes,
may
correct.
wifi,
Wow.
they're able to pay through
Ah,
automatic
Beep
fare
card.
mechanism,
Yes.
beep card.
Beep card.
and also yung USB charger, meron yan.
Meron
Para
sila.
halimbawa, nagbabiyahe ka, tapos nalobat ka. Kaya tuwang-tuwa yung mga pasahero.
Napaka-comfortable
Yun
ngayon
nga,
sa kanya.
merong electric fan, merong Wi-Fi connection,
Yes.
merong USB. How does that affect yung power reserve ng sasakyan?
Hindi naman ganun ka. Kasi yung battery natin, actually, before, ito pala, before, with the help of Power Lab,
Yes.
before tayo nagde-deploy ng mga electric vehicles, we have it tested inside the Meralco compound.
So,
So,
we test the range, the
Yes.
consumption, yung performance niya, and then we give it to eSakay for their
Oo, so-
decision to use it.
yes, bago namin yun i-deploy. And kasama tong electric jeepney na to.
Yes.
Ngayon, in terms dun sa kung gaano kalakas yung consume niya, actually kasi pag tinitest niya ni Power Lab, ang ginagawa nila, ino-open nila lahat. So, and dun sa test results
Ilaw,
na,
yan, the wifi,
Yes.
everything. Lahat ng magko-consume ng kuryente.
oo, umaabot yan ng, with everything, tapos full
Yes.
load, umaabot siya ng mga 90 to 120 kilometers per full charge. Tapos umaabot lang siguro ng mga nasa 200 pesos lang kapag yung per full charge.
full charge
So
na
ganun
yan,
siya
in one.
kamura.
Ano yung fare currently? How much do commuters have to pay?
Sa ngayon, nasa ano pa tayo, yung minimum, which is
Minimum,
9 pesos.
9 pesos.
9 pesos lang.
Pareho
So,
lang.
ganun
Walang
siya.
difference.
Yung full charge ng eSakay, ng vehicle nyo, ilang oras siya bago tumakbo?
Overnight charging. So, we charge all the batteries overnight. So, natapos tayo ng mga 11, charge na nila yan. Tapos, pagkatapos ng first shift, doon tayo mag-swap ng batteries. So, meron kaming swapping facility doon sa garage para maiksi lang yung downtime.
So, isabihin, every trip is one full charge.
Hindi naman. Sa one full charge, nakakaabot ka siguro, kasi yung route namin na yon mga nasa almost 5 kilometers siguro, mga ganyan. So, sabihin mo ng mga 10 kilometers, 11 kilometers ka round trip. So, ang one full charge mo is around 90 kilometers. So,
So, apat na biyahe, apat na ikot.
Makaka-9
Nine
na ikot
nine
ka.
trips ka. Oh.
9 na ikot.
And one day
ka.
na yun. That's the one day operation ng isang e-vehicle.
Hindi naman. Nakakadalawang sets of
Dalawang
batteries
charge
tayo.
ng battery.
So, after ng isang shift, babalik siya. Tapos,
So, at 200 pesos per charge. So, that's 400 pesos consumption
yes, per day.
per day. So,
Yes.
that's cheaper than using a diesel-powered.
Very much.
Definitely.
Sobrang katipiran
Mhm.
ng electric vehicle.
And then, okay.
Sige, okay lang.
Now, yun going back na sa eSakay na it's supposed to be a model, diba? Sabi mo, model for this PV modernization.
Yes.
And I understand na yung drivers nyo, they're paid salary, diba?
Yes.
Regular salary,
Yes.
and they receive all the benefits that are mandated by law,
Exactly.
required by law. Yung GSIS, SSS,
PhilHealth.
PhilHealth. And so yung mga drivers nyo doesn't have to yung pipila ng mag-aabang ng sakit,
Oo.
diba? So
Oo.
point to point siya or
Walang-
designated stops lang.
May designated stops tayo. Actually, ngayon we're in the process of determining kung ano yung mga stops natin sa Makati. Kasi sa
Tama.
Mandaluyong meron na tayong na-establish na mga stops. So ngayon, yun yung ginagawa natin. Pero tama ka na hindi na nila kailangan kumbaga parang maghihintay doon hanggang mapuno. Yun din yung ginhawa para sa mga pasahero natin. Kasi hindi na sila naka-boundary
And even to
system.
motorists, kasi that eases yung traffic congestion.
Yes.
Dahil, let's face it, no, yung mga... Kahapon ang luwag ng traffic eh. Nakasada. Yeah, because of the
Kanya ba
GP
ako?
strike. Yeah. Kasi, this public transport, unfortunately, let's call a spade, diba? Yung culture ng ng existing jeepneys is bababa sila kung saan na gusto magbaba at and even sa gitna.
Yes.
And with the model of eSakay, hindi mo nagagawin yon. Hindi ka kailangan magbaba sa gitna para harangan mo yung kasunod mo.
Exactly.
Diba?
Oo. Yan din actually yung thrust ng PUV modernization program eh. Hindi lang siya dun sa binago mo yung unit, ginawa mong modern para
Right.
mas comfortable and mas safe sa mga passengers. Pati yung training ng drivers kasama yun. Kasi yun lang talagang kumbaga it takes time. Actually sa amin meron kaming regular training talaga na ginagawa and reminder para kung paano yung gagawin mo kapag ganito may mga scenarios na dinidiscuss sa mga drivers
Going back
natin.
sa mga diba, aligned yun sa general direction ni Secretary Tugade na aside from modernizing the fleet, you also have to improve and modernize and professionalize
Right.
the jeepney drivers, diba?
Yes.
Yung culture nila, yung
Changing
attitude
behavior.
and behavior.
Oo.
As a last question, how has been the response? Parang do you have any stats on gaano karami yung sumasakay every day?
Yes, we actually monitor that. Ngayon ang ridership natin siguro pumapalo na ng mga 500 at least well, actually on average 500 passengers per unit per day.
Per unit.
So ganun karami yung nasa servisyohan natin. Oo. Actually yun nga kasi kung mapapansin niyo 'di ba? Kaya rin namin ginagawa talaga na kaya namin pinasok yung public transportation. Kung yung traffic kasi na na-experience natin. Actually, may nakita nga akong post recently lang na kumbaga walang Pilipino na kailangan dapat gumising ka ng alas 4 para papasok ka sa ng alas 8. 'Di ba? Alas 8 yung pasok mo, tapos aalis ka ng alas 5, makakauwi ka ng alas 9. Wala dapat ganon. And I think kung titingnan mo din kasi kung ano yung ginagawa sa ibang countries na hindi naman na ganun ka-traffic, napakaganda ng public transportation. Kasi karamihan ng mga nagdadala ng kotse like myself and I think kung kayo din, 'di ba? Kung nagdadala kayo ng kotse, kung meron kang alternative
Yes.
na kumbaga
Exactly.
mas mura, hindi ka mapapagod mag-drive,
Mm,
bakit
usok.
hindi? 'Di ba?
Yeah, and
Bakit
pollution.
hindi?
aligned pa rin niya sa sa objective ni Secretary Tugade. Ang idea niya is to make this public transport comfortable.
Yes.
So that you won't be using your cars anymore. You'll take the
Correct.
public transport. Kasi
Yes.
air condition. Kung hindi man air condition, yung sa inyo nakasakyan ka may electric fan. It's very
Malamig.
convenient. Hindi siya
Malamig.
mainit kahit tanghali.
Oh, and sustainable din. Yun yung importante.
Tama.
Kasi kaya din yung
Most
model
important
nila.
thing. Yes.
Yung model nila ngayon, kumbaga kung dati isang operator ka lang, problema mo lahat kapag ka nasira yung
Yeah.
jeep mo, pagka nag-absent yung driver mo, problema mo lang yun on your own. Pero ngayon, with the consolidation na pinopromote ng DOTR with the PUV modernization program, hindi na ikaw lang eh. Kumbaga pinoprofessionalize nila para naman at least ikaw, meron kang naka-assign na terminal manager na siya yung magmamanage ng lahat. And kapag ka meron kang mekaniko, maayos yung sistema. Para, kumbaga, hindi yung problema mo dati as an operator, hindi na sa'yo lang. It's a shared,
Responsibility.
yes, shared responsibility. And ngayon, pagdating din dun sa kita, hati-hati din kayo.
And Tonichi, what's the status ng adoption ng e-vehicle sa Pilipinas?
Lumalaki na, Comfy, no? As nakwento ko nga sa in interview mo rin ako, no, 3 weeks ago. From a very, very few units, in fact, noong 2009, nagsimula nga ang unang Makati route, no? Now, there are 10,400 registered electric vehicles in the road, no? Hindi pa kasama dyan yung mga electric bikes, electric scooters, no? At nakikita natin na marami rin pumapasok ng mga investors dito sa industriya. So, we're very happy. The industry is very happy. We think with more players coming in, the EV is not the future, but it is now.
Yes.
So what are the challenges na faced by the industry so for its mass adoption?
Well, syempre unang-una would be charging stations, yun ang hinahanap nila. Pero I guess what we always remind them is the charging station is in your home or in your office or in your depot.
Yes.
No? Hindi mo na kailangan maghanap ng gasolinahan because basically you can plug your EV anywhere as long as it is a dedicated outlet. And 90 from our global research, 90% of the time nandun naman ang charging eh. Nasa mga lugar lang na yan. Yung mga charging stations that are for commercial use are really just for range anxiety ng mga users, So, well, Meralco together with our other partners will be preparing for that, para ma-allay yung fears ng mga EV buyers. Pero rest assured, they have it in their homes and they can charge it anytime that they want to do so.
Okay, so any parting words for our viewers?
Siguro ang masasabi ko lang ito napakalaking pasasalamat po namin sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa ating ruta and also sa eSakay. Kasi aside from dun sa Makati Mandaluyong na operations natin, we also help other companies and also other operators nga to experience the benefits of using electric vehicles. Lagi niyo pong natandaan na nandito lang po kami and katulong niyo po kami para po ma-experience niyo kung ano man yung mga benefit nito na sinasabi namin. And masasabi po namin sa inyo na wala pong pagsisisi.
It's going to be worth it. And for sustainability, let's go EV.
Yeah, let's go EV.
Let's go EV.
So there you have it. Thank you so much, Miss Shalla.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.